And we're live. Hello and welcome to the Stream of Fail. My name is Sashy. I think we're live. It's doing stuff. Yay. Alright. Cool. Hi. So I did a video a few months ago. I don't know how long it was ago, but I did a video a while ago about my sexuality. Which basically, hello Vooper and welcome to the Stream of Fail, which basically summed it up into, I don't care what other people's genders are, I like who I like, and that's that. But an interesting thing that kind of is like come to my head recently because of two YouTubers that I've recently watched, and I cannot remember their names. I recently subscribed to them as well. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll put the links in the description below now, hang on. One of them is called Ash Hardle, and I can't remember what the other guy's name is, but both of them are trans. One of them is non-binary, which is Ash, and a lot of the stuff that, I'm going to post a link to Ash's channel. I can't remember where the other one's is. There you go. Okay. Hi Soul Wolf and welcome to the Stream of Fail. So yeah, I've been recently like binge watching these two trans channels and non-binary channel, and it's been interesting. I've now gained a little bit more knowledge about stuff. And it's weird because like while I don't care at all about people's genders themselves and what they like to call themselves, like that's fine. If you want to be called what you want to be called, that's all good with me. If you don't feel like you're in the right body, I suggest trying to change that, but it really doesn't concern anyone else. That's yours and your decision alone. The thing where I get like kind of confused and stumped about is my own. I've not really met anyone that's kind of the same, which is fair enough, I guess. I might not have been looking hard enough, but in regards to my sexuality, your gender does not concern me. If I like you, it's because I like you, and it's usually because of your personality. I can find people hot, that's all good, but it's not because of what they got in their pants. My gender, however, is something completely different. And it's weird because I don't mind what people call me, and if people want to call me he, she, or him, they, or they, whatever pronouns you want to use for me, then that's fine and I don't care. I'm weird. I'm pretty sure that I'm gender fluid. I like to use the term gender fluid. And there's actually a really important thing that I've learned while watching these other videos is that terms that people use usually have like slightly different meanings for each person that uses them, and you use what term you think fits best for you. Even if it's just the name kind of fits for you, you don't have to tick all the boxes, and I think that's really, really important. Really important to think about. So like before, I know I said in my last video that I was very hesitant to call myself gender fluid because because of my experiences with someone else that was gender fluid who was aggressively telling me that I wasn't. But gender fluid for me sounds like it fits me. I feel like, I don't know, it just matches the way, I don't know, I like the words. The way it's said, what it kind of means is that you like just kind of flow between the two different genders, and like it's not like I wake up feeling like a guy today and I wake up feeling like a girl tomorrow. It's just kind of fluid. And that's kind of why I like the term. And I am gonna call myself gender fluid because I feel like that represents me. And it shouldn't matter what other people think because I feel that represents me, and that's all good. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I haven't really like, not that I plan out any of my videos, but I didn't really plan to do this. It was just bugging me, and I didn't realize how much it bugged me until like I watched these other videos, because I kind of been like almost repressing it because of the fact that I am partially happy with being a girl most of the time, and I like dressing up pretty. I liked on my wedding day that I felt like a German princess. I like doing makeup every now and again. I like dressing in dresses. But there's like sometimes where I really, 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 really don't like it. And I think that's what like confuses other people as well as myself. Like, it's not going to confuse anyone as much as it confuses me, trust me. But it's one of those things where I just kind of wanted to talk about it, maybe get my own thoughts in order about it, I guess. So yeah. I don't know if I said it in the last video. My perfect scenario, right? If I was to like magically change my body into whatever I wanted it to be, my perfect scenario would be to have no boobs, not be overweight, but that aside. But yeah, my perfect would be no boobs, and having both genitalia. Which sounds really weird, I guess. I've not really known anyone that kind of wants that. They either want to go all the way or they stop at removing the chest. Like Ash and the other YouTuber that I watched, both of them have had top surgery, but they don't plan to have bottom surgery, and that's fine. But I would it's not even something that I'm like, I don't mind. It's something that I'm very, very much like, it annoys me. It grates on me that I have boobs. And it's just like I don't feel anything with them. A lot of people get pleasure and whatever from their boobs, which is fine, but I don't. I just don't. I see them as useless lumps of fat hanging off my chest and would like them gone. So that's my feeling on my own boobs, and I don't like it. I don't like looking in the mirror, but sometimes I do. This is the confusing thing, is sometimes I do. If I'm wearing like a really nice dress that complements that and stuff, then I do like them. But most of the time I'm just like, oh my god, please leave. I want these gone. And that's probably one of the most reasons why I'm like on the edge of, oh, no, go away. On the edge of like if I ever would do top surgery or not. But they really don't do anything for me. They get in the way. They're really heavy. They cause me back problems. There's an endless list of why I don't like my boobs. So yeah, and then for the bottom half, it's really weird. I feel like I should have a penis, but I also like having a vagina. It's pretty cool. It also sounds weird. But yeah, I just would like to have both if that was an option. I wouldn't like balls. I'm not a fan of balls. But like having a penis and vagina, that would be like my perfect scenario, is if I could have both, because that's just how I feel like I should be, which is really weird, and I get it, and if people don't understand, I also get it. But that's just my kind of experience of that. Yeah, I'd really recommend watching some of the videos, because like, Sashy, Ash talks a lot about like being non-binary and stuff. I don't know if non-binary fits me as a label, which is also fine, even if I would like probably class also as non-binary, which is like either it's not associating yourself with any gender or it's associating yourself with both genders. I feel like gender fluid more fits me, just because it sounds like instead of being one or the other, it sounds fluid, because it's got fluid in it. And that's what it feels like for me. If I could, I would love to be a changeling and be able to change what I want, what I feel like at the time to be what I'm feeling. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm like very confused about it myself. So, I don't know. So there's that. I don't know if I explained that very well. One of the things that really does, like, I don't care for hate. Like, hate, if someone wants to hate, that's fine. Like, they do them. They could do something so much better with their time. But if that's what they choose to do with their time, and they choose to comment on my video with some hate or whatever, that's all good. The problem I have, like, I don't take those to heart ever. I don't take hate comments to heart. Like, I don't think there's a time when I could. Because I just don't care enough. But times when I do actually care is like, I used to be part of a theater group, theater company, and like, there were some male roles that I really, really wanted to play and have the opportunity to play. And I would get laughed at for just suggesting for me to try and audition for it. which hurt, honestly. Because I felt like the role matched me in more ways than just what was in my pants or what was lacking in my pants. And they kind of saw it, and they openly said as well, oh, it would just be seen as like a joke and a laughing kind of matter. And I was just like, well, why can't I be taken kind of seriously about this? That's not really fair. So yeah, there's that. But then in like another instance, I go to like LARPing like 3 times a year, which is live action roleplay, and in that I play Charles Darwin, the Charles Darwin, as a young version. And I have sideburns that I make I don't make myself, but I stick them on myself, and it's like made of like proper what theaters and stuff and film crew use to make sideburns happen and beards and stuff. It's really cool. It takes a long time to do on because it's not like a pre-made beard. I have to make it each time for like a more natural look. And I suit wearing sideburns. Sideburns stupidly suit my face, which is great. But yeah, with that, it took a while for people to like kind of accept that I was actually playing a guy. I wasn't. People were confused about whether I was playing a guy or playing a girl that was cross-dressing as a guy, or I was just, yeah. So there was a lot of confusion with that. And it was just, to start with, it was a little disheartening. But after a while, it actually, like, it's actually just accepted that I'm playing a guy. Hey, NGO Studios, and welcome to the Streamer Fail. Which was really nice. And I now am comfortable there, me playing a guy, and, like, people are just instantly just referring to me as a guy when I'm playing a guy, and that's all good, and it's great. But yeah, the theater experience that I had wasn't really nice. But just, like, and I understand kind of, but at the same time, like, if I can play the part and pull it off, why can't I? It just didn't make sense to me. And yeah, and the fact that they just kind of like laugh at even the suggestion of me trying to do it, it's just, yeah, it's just weird. I think I've got a lot of things to like that I need to like actually deeply think about. Um, yeah, so I don't know. It's weird. Like, being gender fluid is weird. Being the way that I am is weird. And that's fine. And I understand that that's fine. But, I know, it sometimes it does get to me when I'm in situations like that. And like I said, hateful comments and stuff like that, they don't even touch me. Like, but stuff where, like, people that I usually respect and admire, when they come out with things that are not a joke, and I don't mind joking about my gender and sexuality, I do it all the time, but when they come out with something that isn't a joke, and I know it's not a joke, and they know it's not a joke, and it's actually, that actually hurts. I tried to, like, explain to different people that I feel like I should be both genders, and they're like, don't be silly, you're happy being a girl, and I'm like, well, I guess, sure, we'll go with that. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's something that I'll have to think about. I would very much like to not have tits. I know that for sure. 100%. Like, there are very few moments where I'm like, yes, I love my tits. I don't think I've ever loved my tits. There are some... there are some moments where I'm okay with my tits. Like, if I have clothing that is fitted in whatever suits my shape, then I look great and I feel great and that's all good. But most of the time, I just want them gone. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Hello. Sorry for this, like, weird stream. But yeah, I did the other stream about my sexuality, and basically that comes down to me not caring. I feel like being bi as a label suits me more than being pan, even though by some people's definitions I would be pan. But, like, I don't know. I can't get over seeing pan and omni, and it's fine for me. That's just me. It's my label. I get to put it on me all I like. But yeah, like, it's strange. I don't know how to explain it. With my gender, like, I like the fact that, and I shouldn't call it misgendering, because I am gender fluid. But, like, when people call me a guy and stuff, and generally mistake me for a guy, it makes me mildly happy. I find it absolutely awesome as a thing, because I'm fluid of gender, I guess. But yeah, I think I might have rambled on enough. I just kind of wanted to put out, like, my thoughts, I guess, in a video. So yeah, I don't really know. But I know at the moment there's not really, I don't think there's, like, a label for what I have. So it's Sashy, gender fluid, but somewhat trans. But for me, and I know this isn't the meaning for, like, other people, which is also fine, but for me, trans, like, I might be part trans. But for me, it doesn't match what I want. Like, for me, trans is, like, completely wanting the other side. I think. But, like, what I want is I want both. I'm greedy. I want both. And I don't think there's a word for that. I wish that, like, I could put on some guy's clothes and walk out and people would see me as a guy. And then at the same time, I wish that when I put on girls' clothes, which people are always going to see me as a girl in real life because I have tits. So, but when I put on girls' clothes, I want to be seen as a girl. Like, it's weird. I know that bit of me is the gender fluid bit, but I'd very much like to be both. I'd very much like to have both working genitalia. That would be my ideal world. Is if I could chop off my tits and have both genders down there. That would be my, like, I don't know if there's a word for that. I know, I think there is. But I'm not sure at the moment if we've managed to make, like, surgeries and that be able to make it both work. I think you have to choose one or the other to work, and it's just like an aesthetic thing. I think it's called, like, ladyboys or something. But that doesn't really, like, feel like it would match me as a, if I were wanting to label myself, that doesn't feel like it would match. Same as calling myself trans doesn't really feel like it matched, even though I hit some of the definitions for it. I'm triggered. I tried to make COD amount at 2 genders. They were only male and female. Yeah, ladyboys. To make a COD account at the 2 genders. Oh, right. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I like being gender fluid. I don't mind being a girl a lot of the times. And then there's sometimes that I really do mind being a girl, and I would much rather be a guy. For Advanced Warfare. But, so yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe in a few years' time I'll understand it a bit better. But at the moment, I'm pretty confident with calling myself gender fluid. I'm pretty sure that I'm gender fluid, even though I got told before that I'm not. That's the label that I've decided I like. I don't think trans is, like, fully representative of me, which is fine. I don't know. I don't know if there's a word for what I want. I just want to be greedy. I just feel like I should have it. Like, it's weird. When you are trans, or when you are gender fluid, or when you are non-binary and stuff, what's really hard to explain is trying to explain what you want to people that don't understand or don't want the same. So, like, it's really weird for me to try and explain that I want no tits but both genitalia, or that sometimes I want to look like a boy today, or sometimes I want to be a girl. Confusion, there you go. Yep. Like, it's really hard for me to explain that. It's just because I feel like that's right. For me, personally. And everyone's gonna have, like, a different right for them. So that's, like, kind of the only way I can explain it. I'm sorry if that made anything more confusing. But yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel gender fluid. I know that for sure. I'm pretty gender fluid. But I think, I don't know, there's not a word that I've found for what I'd want physically, I guess. Does that make sense? Probably not. It's a lot confusing, but there we go. So, I don't know. I tried getting my thoughts out into a thing. But yeah, I really recommend, like, I'm in the same boat, Sashy. Yes, do tell. I really recommend people going on to the YouTube channel that I've linked in the description below. It's for Ash's channel. They've done some really, really cool stuff. And they're non-binary. And in one of the videos, they were like, I'm non-binary, but in the way of, I feel all the genders. And, like, I commented on the video going, oh my god, same. But I don't think that she wants both genitalia down there. I don't think she's gonna do any sort of bottom surgery. So again, like, we're a bit the same, but also a bit different, which we should be. Bigenitals, let's go with that. That sounds so dirty, but basically that's what it is. All genitalia. Omnigenitalia. No. Bigenitals. We'll go with gender fluid and bigenital. This sounds so silly. But yeah, I can't like show you how I feel. It's just how I feel. All I can do is tell you what I feel is correct. And for me, what feels correct would be to have no tits and both genitalias down there. I really like, there are very few occasions where I like my boobs. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Just there. That's all I can say, is that it's weird. It's one of the reasons why I don't like boxes and labels, is because I don't fit in any of the ones that are out there at the moment. And making my own label just sounds like way too much effort. Cut off the boobs. Be on. Hi Black Style and welcome to the stream of fail. Booty. Hi. Yes. We're currently talking about my gender fluidness. And basically it's summed up to, it's confusing for me and everyone involved. But you know. But yeah, so there's that. I don't know how else to explain it. Sashy, I'm gonna jump on VC if you want to rant about it. Fair enough. I don't know, maybe we'll let's jump on VC for a bit while in stream. Why not? Go to the stream of fail. Come join me. Dun dun dun. That also means you have to mute the stream. I don't know how long the stream will be. I don't imagine too much longer. Maybe. Who knows? Hi, NGO.
Oh gosh, there's two Sashys. What is it?
There is two Sashys. You're very quiet, so hang on a second. I'm gonna turn off this music. And...
I'm quiet because I'm currently trying to find my Black Ops 3 disc.
oh, okay. I just turned you up.
Because, like, I swear no one plays Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
Because everyone hates it.
Aw. I don't really play COD games, so, you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think I have the voice volume good now. What do you think on gender? Tell me. Tell me your thoughts.
Gender can go fuck itself.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean...
If you can't tell, I am a gender fluid butthole myself.
Nice. That's cool. Do you... if you could, like, physically change yourself at will, would you?
Plausibly. I don't know at this stage I would, but possibly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my like best scenario would be if I was like a changeling. I don't know if you know that's from like D&D, where you can like literally change yourself at will. That'd be great. I'd be like, oh, I want to be a female today.
Right.
Boom. I want to be male today. Now I got a dick. But, like, it's not, like, for me, it's not just that. Like, I really want both. Just feel so greedy.
Just, boom, I have a dick.
Yeah.
Boom,
I used to think that, the reason that I wanted to be able to, like, to pull off being a guy, I used to, like, think it was just because I wanted to cosplay guys. And, like, I think that's probably the reason why the person that I knew that was gender fluid kind of was really angry at me calling myself gender fluid, because that seemed to be the only reason I wanted to be a guy, was so that I could cosplay guys. But I feel like it's a lot more than that. I feel connected to the guys' characters, and I want to actually be able to pull that off. I don't know. It's weird.
A lot of the people who I know are trans have actually tried cosplaying a as their OC in the opposite gender,
Okay.
and have ended up becoming trans in their own right.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
It was interesting, to say the least.
Yeah. Gender can do random whatever they are.
I was just like, at first, I was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. It's strange. I'll play, like, if I'm role playing, or if I have a choice, like in games and stuff, if I could be male or female, a lot of the times I'll choose male.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of people do that so they can feel how they want to feel.
Yeah.
In a sense. If you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I'm sounding more like a counselor now than anything.
Cancel me. Cancel me, studios.
Stella, no furries for me today.
Oh, fairies are great. The fairy community is a great community.
A lot of their members can be very toxic, but
that's the same with every community. Every single community, that there is no perfect community.
Sashy, you have been toxic in your own right at points.
I'm always toxic. I'm made of toxicity.
That's great. I'm always toxic.
I'm always toxic. Nah, I think, like, literally in every community there are people, and it can be like a large amount of people that will just like outright, and they often it's because they're louder than most of the people in the community, and that's the reason why they get kind of seen as the main stigma for the community, if that's the right word to use.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
But then you had you playing Agario for like 2 weeks.
And then you have me playing Agario for 2 weeks. That was full-on toxic cringe. I'll admit that. I'll take that. But it was for a challenge, so it's fine. And I won. I actually beat it. So that's also fine. So everyone wins.
It took you 2 weeks.
It took me 2 weeks.
Fairy
is great sometimes. I'm
fine.
cringe. You're not cringe. It's all good.
We're all cringy.
In our own ways, which also means no one's cringy. Exactly. See? We make everything
Nobody's
better.
normal. Wait, is it normal to be different or different to be normal?
Depends on what your definition of normal is.
There's our
Because technically there is no normal that would class for everyone, because my normal is being surrounded by like-minded people, but that would not be normal for other people. So there is no normal.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own definition of normal, which means there is no definition of normal.
Unless you're Sashy and you're just confusing.
Yeah, I like being confusing. I wish I was less confusing to myself. I like being an enigma for other people to solve, but like... How's your job, Sashy? Well, funny you mentioned that, because I kind of... I was let go as of yesterday. But that was a funny story, actually. We've gone off topic now, but yesterday I had an email from the agency that I worked with where they give me like small jobs here and there to do, and I had a message from them, oh, can you please come into the office at 8:30 tomorrow, so that we can discuss your future. And I was like, well, that's a weird way to put an email. Okay, then. And I went in, and basically they said to me that there's no more jobs like available to me for a while, so they were gonna let me go, and I'd have to go and sign on with the job center and such. And then she made me sign this contract thing because she's meant to give me 2 weeks notice because I'm meant to give her 2 weeks notice. But this contract thing that I didn't know, because she said she was translating it and she wasn't. She was point blank lying. And the contract thing that she made me sign was saying that both of us mutually agreed that it was beneficial for me to stop working for them, which was not what was happening. And so I signed this thing, and you should never sign something you don't. I've done it too many times. I need to stop.
Read the fine print.
Read the fine print. It's also, like, my main problem is it's in German, and, like, I didn't want to, like, get out my phone and start Google translating it, because, I don't know, my German's not good enough to read contracts. But yeah, like, I kind of got the gist of it and was like, okay, I recognize these few words, and she's translating it for me, and she seemed nice. And I foolishly thought that she would be telling the truth. So yeah, I basically signed that thing, and it meant as well, because I'd voluntarily left, which is what the sheet I signed, I'd have to go to the job center within 3 days, or the job center would never, ever be able to help me again. Not finding a job, not payment-wise, nothing. So that was really nice of them to trick me into signing. Luckily, I went straight to the job center anyway, because I was like, oh, okay then, well, I better go do that quickly.
If I don't do that, I'm gonna lose my household.
Well, not lose my household, but, like, I really require, like, help over here to find a job. I don't know how to look. I don't know if the way I'm doing my applications is okay, and so on and so forth. I need help with that. Yeah. Basically.
That's fair enough.
So I went straight to the job center. This story gets better. I went straight to the job center, and they were so nice. I showed them this letter that I'd signed, and I even explained to them, I was like, look, I didn't even really know what I was signing, but she said this, and I've given it to my mum to translate, and she said it's something completely different, and they were like, oh yeah, no worries, we're going to book you in as soon as possible and stuff. So I should be hearing from the job center in the next few days. And so I sorted all that out, and that was great. And I left the job center and was on my way home when I get a call. Oh, hello, Sashy. It's Maria from the agency. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
We've actually got a job for you. If you could come back into the office and re-sign a contract with us. And I was like, I've just gone to the job center and just signed on with them. And she's like, oh, that's fine. No worries. You can go back and sign from the job center tomorrow morning, and then you can come back in and you can re-sign a contract with us. The job is for a week long, and then you can go back on the job center after a week. I was like, make it sound like being on the job center is what I want with my life. No. And I said the job center are like trying to book me in to do a German class, so I don't want to like if they give it to me for a date that you want me to work, then I don't want to turn them down. And she was like, oh, it's fine, you can just ask him to move it back. You can ask him to move it back a week. It's only for a week. And I'm like, I'm not signing a contract with you for a week's of work for the amount of like
pain
you've caused me. She's point blank lied to my last boss. They're really unprofessional, absolutely unprofessional. I ended the call and I've not foolishly gone to sign that. But yeah, like, oh my god. They point blank lied to my last bosses. The first job that I had, I told them, and we sat down for like an interview for that job with the agency, and I sat down and I said, right, I see the start dates. I've actually got doctor's appointment for the second day. So like I can go in for the start date, but the next day I've got a doctor's appointment. Hello, Jaden Ed, welcome to the Stream of Fail. I found you on the Danganronpa streams. Nice. Hi.
Danganronpa is great.
Danganronpa is great. I'm just currently ranting about my employment, or now lack of.
Lack thereof.
Lack thereof. But ranting about my last employer specifically. But yeah, so I told her a week in advance that I had this doctor's appointment and such. And she was like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. Just go into the work, tell the head chef, and it's all fine. We're all chill about it. And I was like, okay, that's a little strange for an agency, but sure, we'll go with that. And so I turn up on the first day of work, and I'm like, hey, I just want to let you know I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I won't be able to come in. I never played it, but I watched the first anime. Nice. So yeah, and then I was like, okay, let's do that. And the head chef turned around to me and was just like, why are you telling me this? You're with the agency. You should tell them, and they need to make sure that someone comes in tomorrow. And I was like, they just told me to tell you. And so he rings up the agency and puts them on speaker, them knowingly knowing they're on speaker, and me knowing that it's the person that I told about my doctor's appointment. And she point blank says on the call, oh, I've never heard anything about a doctor's appointment. This is news to me. Blah 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 blah. And such. And so like obviously the head chef like looks at me with like, see, she didn't know, you didn't tell her. And I'm just like, I told her a week ago. I don't have written proof because we told it face to face. Like, and so yeah, she point blank lied to my last boss. For the second job that I had with them, she literally called me up on the day and was like, you need to come into the office now. You've got a job this afternoon. And I was like, whoa, hey, okay then. Didn't even know what it was when I was signing for it because she didn't like explain anything to me. And then she was like, oh, you also need wellies. Have you got wellies? And I was like, no, I don't have wellies. Oh, well, your normal work shoes be fine then. And I was like, but it says in the contract that they require me to wear wellies. Oh, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just wear your normal steel toe cap shoes. Luckily, it was fine. Because, like, the second place I worked at, like, they were so chill there. It was great. But, like, it could have not been. And they would have had to go at me. And I bet you anything, if they would have rang up Branstad, the agency would have just been like, oh, we told her that she needed to go buy some. But yeah. So and just no. I'm done with the amount of pain that they've given me. And just never again. And they're known for this. They're known for being compulsive liars to make themselves look good. When I told the other people that I was working for in the first place, they were like, oh, you're with them? Yeah, they're awful. Don't work for them. And I was like, oh, that would have been nice to know, like, a few weeks ago. Hello, Nibble, and welcome to the Stream of Fail. Are my fans called Sashas now? I mean, you can be. I don't mind. I think you should be called the Excellent Beans. Yes. So yeah, that was my experience with them. But in good news, even though I don't have a job right now, I had an email yesterday, like after I got home and after all of that stress with the agency and stuff, I had an email about a different job, about a part-time job that I'd applied for, which is in a laboratory. And it's so cool. It sounds so cool. It's going to sound really boring to other people, probably. But it's like, it's for a food agency, and they, like, test microorganisms and stuff. And it just, it's just right up my street. I love microbiology. I love doing PCR work, even though most people won't know what that is. And I'm just so excited, and I really hope I get it. So I've got an interview with those guys next week, so fingers crossed I get it. And it's for a part-time position, and, like, starts at a year long. And then like after a training period, they said that they consider taking people on full time and stuff. So I really hope that it's good, and I really hope that I get it, and blah 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 blah. So yeah, did I miss anything important? You missed quite a lot about my gender. Sometimes people can be tricky. Yeah, basically, I'm gender fluid, which means like I fluidly sail my way through the genders. And that I also my perfect, if I could have perfect body for me, despite being overweight. If I could not be overweight, that'd be awesome as well. But if I could have a perfect body for me, would be to have no tits and then both genitalias down below. That would be great. That would be fantastic. That's my perfect scenario. And yeah, so that's basically what you missed. I think that's the rundown of it. But yeah, it's confusing. Everything's confusing. I hope things start not being confusing. That would be great. But yeah. So how is other people? If I talk about you IRL, I just say she, but if I'm talking about Skelly Sashy, I say he. That's fair. Like, I don't mind what pronouns people use. That's the whole point of, like, me being gender fluid. I really don't mind. Like, the only time I do mind, like I've said previously in the stream, is like when I've been in like theater groups and stuff, and they won't let me play guy characters, even though I'd suit them personality-wise, because I have boobies and I'm female, and that hurts like a lot more than someone like calling me by certain pronouns when I feel more like the other gender. Yeah. We say they. I'm good at eating. You can call me what you like. They, the weird thing I find with like calling them they, them, it sounds like you're talking about more than one person. That's confusing for me to kind of wrap my head around. I'm just Sashy. I'm just one person. Not many. But other people feel like it represents them, and that's fine. But yeah. I'm easy. I'm all good. I'm just confusing. I love it. So yeah. I don't know what else I was gonna do. I was on VC and people thought I sounded like a dude. When I did my first face cam live stream, you should go look at it. It's one of the Undertale ones. I think. And the amount of people, I wish you had been able to see the chat that was going on, because that was so funny. The amount of people that were like calling me a guy and stuff when I had my face cam there and things, and I was just like, oh, just to let you know, I'm female, but I don't care if you do want to call me a guy and such. And the chat went, it was like, what? I thought you were a guy. What is this? And I was like, okay, well, amount of caring that I give is 0, so it's fine. And it's like, and then whenever a new person would join the stream, and they would call me like he or him and stuff, the entire chat would be like, she's a girl. And I was like, just chill, man. I don't care. But the people, when gender girl and boy, it said they call you it, not they is triggered. Yeah. I didn't quite understand what you said there. But yeah, I'll agree with it. But yeah, that's the thing, is like people aren't, a lot of the time people are not meant, they're not saying or calling you by certain pronouns because they're doing it a lot of the time, most of the time, as a way to like fight back against you and what you feel, and as a kind of like, fuck you, I'm gonna call you by he, she, but that didn't make sense. I'm gonna call you by he, him when you feel like a girl, or like they're not doing it like maliciously with intent. It's just a case, instead of like, I don't understand when people get really, really angry about it, and I really think that getting angry about it is not gonna help like the misunderstandings and stuff. I really think that if someone is, and it bothers you, if it bothers you so much that someone is misgendering you, then it's just a simple case of being like, hey, I know I've said this a few times, but please could you call me by this pronoun instead? By these pronouns instead. And it's just a case of keep doing that. Especially with like long time friends. My best friend from school, they're male, they're trans, and it was really weird because I've called them for years and years and years. I've called them he and she, not he and she. I called them she and her, and like for me to try and change the way I think of them, it's a slow process, and I try so hard, and then every now and again I slip up, and I try, instead of using any pronouns, I try and use they and them, because like that is easier for me to go to as a go-to pronoun, I guess. But yeah, gay are so confused. Yes. I was there. I read the chat before and I assumed, so I called you she because people said she. That's fair. Like I said, I'm really easy. I know there's some people that really get bothered by it, and I know there's some people that get bothered by it, but also get really angry at it. And I really think that getting angry at it is like gonna cause the opposite effect of what you want. Just keep. I know it's annoying. I know it's a pain in the ass, but just keep at it. If you keep at a certain behavior that you don't like in other people, eventually it goes. It's gonna take a while. Welcome back. It's gonna take a while, but eventually it does go. Like, you'll get there. Stay determined.
I have to agree with Sashy. It does take a good while.
It does, yeah.
For me, it took me like a couple months for people to adjust to how I was.
Yeah. And that's fine, because from a very, very young age, we're always taught that there are only two genders. And, like, it's really hard to get your mind out of something that is a habit at that point. So, yeah. I don't give a shit what people call me, as long as they don't say it in a rude way. That's fair. I'm pretty much the same. Like,
yeah.
I don't care. Call me he, she, they, them. Just it. It's fine.
I mean, I just call you Sushi.
You can just call me Sushi. I can be Sashy. I can be my own gender.
Sashy sexual.
I'm Sashy sexual. That sounds like a fancy old Sashies though, rather than a gendered Sashy.
It really does.
I'm Sashy sexual. God love those skeletons with cat ears. Oh man.
Jesus.
But yeah, like,
you're all over the place today.
I am all over the place. There's Sashy. What is that? Mine and Sai. Is that what happens when me and Sai make babies? I wonder. Sai's not on the stream, so it's fine. I mean, I would say it when he's on the stream anyway. This is off topic, but are you still on our new server? No. I don't think she's on mine either anymore.
She's on Size.
She's on Size. I see her on Size, but I don't think she's on mine anymore. But that's fine. It's all good.
Doesn't look like it. Just give me a second.
Sashy, oh my god, Sushi Universe. What? No. Sushi times Sai is Saishi.
Nah.
I like Saishi. Saishi sounds like an awesome name.
From what I can see, Aria is only on Cyan's server.
Yeah, that's fine. She's allowed
I
to
just
be on
say
whatever server she wants.
half the time I say Saya, half the time I say Cyan. Like how half the time I call you Sash or
Oh, don't
Sashi or
even like
Sushi.
yeah, don't even start. I call Cyan, Chaser, Chasey. That's like, it was just quite funny because the other day, Sai posted up on Tumblr the Chasey twerking picture. I don't know if many people saw that. And then I reblogged it and commented like, "Oh my god, why Chasey?" And then Anya reblogged me and was just like Chasey, and I was like, that's just the nickname that I sometimes call him. And she's like, "Oh, that's a cute nickname," like trying to make me blush and stuff. And I'm like, don't. Yep, I don't care. Hi, Denny, and welcome to the Stream of Fail. We're talking about genders and sexualities and being Sashy sexual. No. And apparently, me and Sai have a ship name now called Saishi. Saishi? Saishi. Saishi sounds
I'm
freaking
blaming
awesome. I want to make a character called Saishi now.
I blame Sai for everything, so
Sashi calls me Nibble, but I call myself Noble. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I call you Nibble. Because, I don't know, it's just the way that I see your name. Oof. But yeah, I just messaged Sai as well. I was like, I'm talking about you on live stream, lol. They're currently setting up their new computer, I think. That's cool.
oh god.
It's adorable. I love Nibble. Nibble is an adorable name. You should keep it. You now should change it to Nibble instead of Noble.
I'm hoping I can remember my Tumblr password.
Oh. Oh, there's some of the things on Tumblr. You guys some like yeah, Anya was reblogging and trying to make me blush. It was just like, nope, Chase is a hot character. Would totally bang. I'm not embarrassed or tsundere about it. I'll openly admit that.
We don't need no more blushy.
We don't need no more blueshy. Oh, no, we need all the blueshy. Blueshy is the ship. Era blueshy. It's like the best ship. #1 OTP. Yeah, it's really funny how many people have tried to kind of embarrass me, I guess. That's kind of like, I think that's kind of like a culture at the moment. With teens trying to get each other embarrassed.
Sashy,
What?
People don't need to embarrass you.
I embarrass myself. Yeah, that's very true. But like, I don't get embarrassed by being embarrassing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you just say some stupid stuff.
I just say stupid stuff and don't care.
Opens Tumblr. What is Sashy's gender?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's literally at the top of my feed.
Good. It should be. Reblog it. Give me publicity. Sashy, no, Tall Tale. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Tall Tale is.
All I say when I reblog Sashy's stuff is re. That's legit what I do. If you scroll back, it's either nothing or re.
That's fair. I don't usually like type stuff when I reblog things, but every now and again, like I come up with something. Oh, I feel like there's something to say.
I type in cyan and it comes up with cyan. That's horrible. Literally horrible.
Horrible.
Well then, I found Sai's.
Go follow Sai on Tumblr.
I already am.
Good. When you're like, oh my god, I should follow this person. Oh wait, I already do.
Oh wait, I already am.
Mm.
Wait, am I following Under Chaser?
You should be.
I don't think I am.
Gasp. Go change that right now.
I heard this was trending.
Yeah, you see the post now. It's good, right? I want people to take the picture, because so far no one's added, I don't think, any more Sanses to the picture that me, Chasey, and someone else that I can't remember the name of, we've started adding Sanses to it. People need to take that picture and add more Sanses, please.
It was.
It'll be hilarious.
You, Sai, and Tokilla.
Until, yeah, that's the one. But yeah, literally, all you need to do is save that picture and then open it up on like Paint or
okay,
like.
someone else added something, but I only know them by their IRL name, so I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, no worries. I was googling Chaser Raps and it said, "Did you mean Signworks?"
Signworks.
Signworks. No signs.
Shoot, my headphones. Oh, this is me trying to move on my bed with cramped up thighs.
Oh, don't do that. Me and Skip had to carry a table that's huge across like the town of Freiburg, and it took us 2 hours. And I have huge bruises on both my shoulders and my arms and hands really hurt. Science works. Who knows? Does science work? Does anyone know?
I just keep scrolling down and all I read is holy shit that hurts. I mean, me too, Sai.
Nectar like spider.
I mean, I somehow got a like 2-inch wide cut on the back of my thigh.
Ooh, ouch.
It's like a paper cut almost.
Why?
I don't know.
Did you like scratch it with your toes in the night maybe and cut yourself then?
Probably. Because I'm an idiot.
No.
I need to turn on my notice. I keep forgetting to do that.
I'm drawing Sashy and Chaser. Oh no.
Oh no.
Are you drawing the skeletons or the humans?
The humans or the skelebones, or both.
Lol. I'm gonna get worried when anyone starts drawing Sashy as a ship.
I mean, I can't.
Sai! Fancy seeing you here. Hello.
Sai!
Welcome to the stream and fail. People are shipping us.
Who that is.
I wonder who Sai could be. The Skellies. Cool, I'm fine with the Skellies. You can ship the Skellies as much as you like.
I'm totally still not scrolling through Sai's Tumblr.
Okay, that's fine. You're welcome to scroll through Sai's Tumblr. It currently has the twerking meme on it.
It currently has the twerking meme.
Twerk, twerk. That's great. People need to add more. Can they smash? Of course they can smash.
Sai's account is just a meme at this point.
Your buddy sounds not too loud. I've been trying. He changes his volume every now and again. Depends on how close.
Oh god.
I'm worried about hitting the red. I hit the red all the time, but like, I don't want people to be deaf.
Why are we hitting the red?
I'm hitting all of the red. That sounds dirty.
Why are we hitting the red?
Oh, on the little sound thingy. My streams are loud, but everything I put with me is quiet. I keep everyone else in the green. I'm just always hitting yellow and red.
Sash, I love how you retweeted the porn bots.
Oh yeah, that's really annoying actually. Cause like I'm like, oh look, I've got more subscribers. I've got more followers on Tumblr, and then I look at it, and it's just porn bots. Fuck off! What are you doing? Why are you following me?
Like, that's me with Instagram and Twitter. Be gone!
Be gone, thought.
I mean, Sash, that's you with your boobs.
That's very true. That's me. Also me with my boobs. I don't like my boobs. We don't have a good relationship. Me and my boobs.
You and your boobs don't have a good relationship.
I think we should call it off. I bet half of mine are that. Yeah, same. Well, it's really surprising because I do have a sin blog on Tumblr, but like those that follow it are not porn blogs. Which you would think that, which you would think if you were a porn blog, like the best way for you to get more followers would be to follow other porn blogs, surely, like not accounts which clearly do not have porn on. Like, you know, just some sort of logic would be nice. But yeah, my 200, I was gonna do like a special thank you to like my 200th Tumblr person. It was a porn blog, so I decided not to, so I did a raffle instead. Who's taller, Sashy or Chaser? Sashy is a bit taller than Chasey. Sashy's 5'3", and I can't remember how tall Chasey is. I think he's 4'9".
I mean,
Chaser is the small. Yes, Chaser's the small spoon.
Chaser is a small.
Chaser is a small.
I mean, my OC is, I think, 5'8". 5'8", I think.
Sashy's the same height as me. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, I think my OC's between 5'8" and 5'10". I can't remember how tall I was when I made it.
I love it. It's like, what height should we choose for our OCs? Let's do our own. My memory is a derps. Fair. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's 4'9", isn't he? I think I'm correct. But yeah. That's fair. Stuff. Sizes. Genders. Sexualities. Lol. Oh, man. One day. The only thing that's kind of like stopping me having like actual top surgery, because I think I'd feel like a hell of a lot better if I did like not have tits, not have my boobies.
Not have the boobs.
Like, is that Skip likes them, and I'm like, that's great. Can you not like them? I'd be much happier if he was like, yeah, I don't like tits. But yeah, no, it's just, also it costs a lot of money, I believe. So maybe I'll have to save up for it at one point. The weird thing is like, I've tried wearing binders and stuff, and they really don't help. Not with my size of boobies. Well, Skip's gonna be sad. I told Skip that I'll just make it into a stress ball for him so he can squish them every now and again. And he was like, that's not as fun. It's gotta be attached to you. And I was like...
Making your boobs into a squish.
Make my boobs into a squishy.
I'm dying.
Don't die. No dying. No dying, no killing, be excellent. No die.
We don't need any more deaths in the community.
Too many.
No more.
No more.
No more. We've had one too many. I should shut up now. I should just shut up now.
Shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, just shut up, shut up. I don't know how the rest of the song goes, but I know that bit. Skip squishes them on stream squished them on stream one time. It's not only been one time. It has been whatever he comes in.
I haven't noticed it, so...
If he comes in, it's probably because my boobs are lower than the camera, but if he comes in, you can guarantee if he's standing next to me, he's probably squishing my boobs. He also usually goes, I'm squishing the tits into the microphone. That's also like a...
We can only see, like, up to, like, your shoulder. That's about it.
My shoulders. My currently bruised shoulders. They're really painful from yesterday. Wait.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we can only see, like, up to, like, your collarbone now.
Yeah.
Because I just, like, scrolled forward in the stream.
Fair. Boobas. Indeed. Everyone but me likes my boobs.
And here, ladies and gentlemen, we have Sire and reposting their own stuff.
Yes. All the reposts.
Boobers! Me too, Sire.
Me too, me too.
Boobers!
I don't find boobs that attractive. Especially not big boobs. Like, not at all. Like, there's a lot of, especially when, like, I find it when guys draw anime girls, they make the boobs ginormous, the waist's tiny, and the hips huge. Which would just mean their back would snap in half.
Yeah, legit.
Coming from a girl with big tits, that hurts. That hurts a lot. How did Sashy's gender turn into Sashy's boobs? Well, it's my boobs part of my gender technically, so it's a logical explanation.
Clearly not large enough for two.
What?
Area bucket clearly not large enough for two cats.
But
that just looks hilarious.
Glare. Yeah. Why are you glaring? I'm confused now.
Glare.
Glare.
How did this turn from Sashy's gender to Sashy's boobs?
Easy. Cause my gender and my boobs, they are one and the same. Actually, they're not.
I'm
but
blaming Skirp.
I blame Skip even though he's not here.
I blame Skirp even though he's somewhere else.
He's working. He's a good bean. Excuse me.
I just blame Skirp for everything.
That's fair. I blame Skip for global warming. Cause his farts, man.
Sorry. I just found a shitpost blog, and I'm just like, I'm following that shit.
Tatters glares at the boobas. Why are you glaring at the boobas?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
Okay, it's an emo shitpost blog.
Oh right.
And I love it. I love it.
Fair enough. Fair. I think I've like basically I've talked about everything that I was going to and wanted to talk about. My gender is gender fluid. I would very much like to not have tits, but I'd very much like to have both genitalia. It just feels right. I don't have a name for that. I don't think that for me that doesn't class as trans. I mean, maybe it does. Kashi?
I mean...
Keishi. Is that Chaser and Sashy?
Chase.
Would it be Chashi? Chashi! Chashi? Trashy. Oh.
No, that's me. God.
Oh.
I am trash. God. I am trash in every fandom.
Oh, you're not trash. You're a good bean.
I was Undertale trash for a while. I'm just like everything trash.
Aw. Children. Are you making ship children? Don't. Oh no. Sashy exchange. Oh no. Chaser does not need more ship children, and Sashy will just kill them. It's a bad idea all around.
Responses to I love you. Yeet!
Yeet!
Alternate responses to I love you. Yeet!
Yeah, boy. Then my response is, yeah, boy. Yeah, you do.
28 stab wounds.
Were they all accidental?
This body can fit so many stab wounds.
Ship child is lust. Oh. Rip.
I'm sorry, I am the biggest DBH trash at the moment.
I have no idea what DBH is.
Detroit Become Human.
I still don't know what that is.
Google it.
No. I'm too lazy for that.
Damn it, Sash!
No. Eat. Oh dear. But yeah. Anyway, I think I should probably stop the stream now. I might chill in voice chat though if people want to join. Welcome to.
Hey,
But yeah,
Discord links in the description.
Discord link is in the description. Self-advertising. Yay.
Self-promotion.
Self-promotion. Yay. There's a link in the description of my video of this one that links to the current non-binary trans person that I followed, and they do all of she, he, they accept all pronouns. So it's great. You can never misgender them. It's kind of like me. But yeah, she's really entertaining to watch, and she does some really cool videos on like how to look agender and stuff. And non-binary, which I really wish that I could pull off, but unfortunately these tatters do not let me. So, anyway.
These tatters do not let me.
These tatters do not let me. But yeah. I've streamed for over an hour about my gender, and then we tangented across the entire internet.
To your boobs.
To my boob. My boobs is not that much of a tangent from my gender. My job is, but my boobs are not.
Your job is, your boobs aren't.
Anyway,
I'm just gonna blame Sai. This is all I ever do.
This is all Sai's fault. I don't know why.
It's always Sai's fault.
Oh, poor Sai.
Sai.
Alright, I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye bye.